little longer set tonight. Please put your hands together for Jill Baine, everybody.
Hey, Tempe, Arizona, how you doing? All right. So I took in this rescue dog as a foster, and he was kind of road hard for a dog, but cute for a rat. He was like real little. He was like 7 pounds and white and scruffy. He followed me around like a wiry tampon looking for his forever yappy uterine home. All my friends were like, you should adopt him, Jill. You should adopt him. And I don't know, he was sweet, but I just didn't know. I have a dog already. Didn't really want the added responsibility. I couldn't really afford the adoption fee. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna run this out. I'm gonna go on the treadmill, exercise, clear my mind, and finally come up with a decision. So I'm running, and this dog's sitting right in front of me with these big, sad, goiter eyes. And it's like he knows, right? And I'm running, and I'm like sweating guilt. And all of a sudden, the dog jumps up on the treadmill and trips the fuck out of me. So I go flying backwards, and I hit my head, and I black out. And when I come to, I know exactly what I need to do. Well, I have to adopt him. Because I didn't know how to tell the rescue agency that he died upon impact. I do have one living dog, though. And I took him to my cousin's the other weekend, and he was fixing his car. My dog's just, sniffing around the way dogs do. And all of a sudden, the jack collapsed from the car, and it pinned my dog. And without even thinking, I sprang into action with this superhuman mom strength and lifted the car off of my dog and threw it onto a baby. But don't worry, it was Ivanka Trump's baby, and I basically derailed a dynasty and prevented World War IV. That joke was funnier before the election, but anyway. I just recently quit my job. It was causing some health effects, and so I always had a headache. I was exhausted. I was constantly on my period. I was a phone sex operator. The phone would just ring, and I'd be like, oh, not now, I'm tired. So I knew I had to get out of the biz when this one pervert wanted me to call him daddy. And I haven't called him that since I was 9. I am what you consider D&D in the dating world, which does not stand for divorced and desperate, but disease and drug-free. Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad, right? They thought I had advanced stage syphilis until they figured out that I just had a yeast infection and profound mental illness. Surprisingly, and I mean surprisingly, I have never had an STD.
All right.
Thank you, like crabs, or herpes, or children.
Oh.
Well, okay, one time I had chlamydia, but that doesn't count because I got it from a toilet seat, he said. So when you get divorced, you need to come up with a 1-sentence reason as to why. The worst reason I ever heard was, my wife went through menopause and went crazy. Now mind you, there's this guy who's trying to pick up on me, and I'm premenopausal. Not smart, right? So I was like, women can't win, no matter what we do. If we're too old to have kids, it's, oh, you have hot flashes and you're moody. If we can have kids, it's, oh, you have PMS and you're bitchy. And if we're too young to have kids, men are like, oh man, she called the cops again. So who are the little bitches now, right? The best reason for a divorce I ever heard was from my friend who said that he and his wife rarely ever had sex because his dick was too big. I'm like, wow, that's awesome, right? And I wanted to know if the legend was true, but I couldn't cross that line. So I asked him for a dick pic. And he sent it, and I was like, oh my God. I had no idea he was uncircumcised and black. But as for myself, I tell people that My husband became a huge pain in the ass right after the wedding. Like a hemorrhoid. No, like I got a hemorrhoid from our honeymoon activities. Nothing says lemon like some anal, right? So I filed for divorce. I was torn apart. He was butthurt. Never said I didn't slip a finger. My husband wanted to establish his credit by financing a boob job, but he already had bitch tits. Yes, my ex, Daniel Baine. He just had a birthday on December 1st. We're the same age, born in 1975. His social security number is 44 for sale. It's for sale. Of course, if you assume his identity, expect some late night phone calls from me ranting about how just because you're self-employed doesn't mean that you get to work when you feel like it, or how it's not really nice to take me to marriage counseling when you're secretly fucking that skank from GED class, and it's pronounced Valentine, not Valentine, stupid. But you're still gonna help me move my shit with that truck I bought you, right? So I will leave you with this. I had sex with a new partner 2 days ago. Thank you. Okay, no, just kidding. When we were done, he jumped up to, go to the bathroom and wash up and everything, and he sat down to pee. I thought that was really weird. Like, I've never seen that before. This guy just got done doing the most masculine act a man can do, and then he sits down on the can like a pussy. So I thought, well, how would he like it if I stood up to pee? So I did. He didn't really like it. Probably because he was still sitting on the shitter at the time. Oh well, he still paid me. All right, thanks everyone. I'm Jill Baine.
Jill!